Alright, in this video, I am going to uncover the secret behind this power dynamic of chasing. And I will get you to go from the person doing the chasing to the person that's actually being chased. Because there's simply a mindset shift, a perspective shift, and an energetic shift that we need to go through to go from chasing to being chased. Now, first, I want to ask you, if you feel like you are chasing someone, doesn't that imply that they are running away, that they are pulling away? So this is essentially the power dynamic that we need to be aware of, not just in dating, but how it continues into long-term relationships. And chances are this is something that a lot of us are finding out the hard way, including me. Because I had this motto in all of my long-term relationships, all of my past relationships. I had this motto of make it work. I was always in a mode where I was constantly thinking about, what can I do to keep things working? What can I do to make this relationship work? And although this isn't necessarily a bad motto, it's not really like a bad stance to take, what I noticed looking back on it was the more I invested myself into the relationship, the more I invested myself into that other person, the more they kind of pulled away. It was almost like I was investing more energy so they could invest less. And that's how this becomes this sort of self-sacrificing, codependent, self-sabotaging situation. And what it often leads to, and what it led to for me in all of my past relationships, was I would inevitably feel like I was patching up a boat that was just sinking. And a relationship that probably should have ended in, 6-8 months, ended up taking 3 years or something like that. So I would be always, the last relationship I got out of, I remember telling my therapist that the last 6 months of the relationship, it felt like my partner was going around our home and just setting fires, like setting little fires, like causing little problems around the house. And then I would go around and put the fires out and clean it up. And it got to a point where I was just like, I don't really want to keep doing this. And now, whether you're the person that ends the relationship or the person that gets broken up with, it doesn't really matter, because ultimately you have to take your power back. So what does that mean? What does it mean when we're chasing somebody and we need to take our power back? Ultimately, what I realized in my relationships, looking back on it, was there was an unconscious manipulation happening. And this is what happens in dating all the time. And this happens in like these transactional type of relationships. Both parties are unknowingly manipulating each other in a lot of ways. And if we're the ones that are the givers, if we're the ones that are investing ourselves more, chances are, and this is what the case was with me, that I wanted to make myself needed in the relationship. I had put this other person on a pedestal, and I had made it so that they were energetically higher than me. So I needed to make myself look worthy. I needed to deem myself worthy of their relationship. And when you think about it, when you think about the chasing aspect, it essentially means that you view them as better than you. You view them as better. They are out of your league. Maybe they're really attractive to you, or you just think that they have it all together and you don't. When you have that outlook, you tend to think, how can I get this person to like me? Or how can I get this person to keep liking me? How can I make this work? And this is almost like we are manipulating them or convincing them into liking us. And now here is the solution. We have to view them as equal. We have to fundamentally view everybody as equal. I don't care how attractive they are. I don't care how much they have it all together, or they would be the perfect person for you. You deserve love. And you deserve to be treated the way you want to be treated. And if someone is not treating you that way, you deserve to walk away. You are naturally good enough for anyone. I'm going to say that again. You are good enough for anyone. And I want you to reflect on who you are as a person. What makes you unique? What makes you you? And realize how special that is and how special it is to share you with someone else. Because we have to go from, instead of being a cameo in someone else's movie, we have to be the star of our own movie. And for a lot of us, that is going to be hard because we don't want to be seen. We are like maybe a behind the scenes person. We just kind of want to do the work and be appreciated and have like a fundamental relationship. But fundamentally, in order to do that, you have to energetically fill your own cup. You have to be good with you. When you bring that energy back in, okay, have you ever noticed that when you're in a relationship, somehow more people are attracted to you? Somehow more people are asking you for their phone number, or they're flirting with you or something like that. But it doesn't happen when you're single. It happens when you're in a relationship. Like, these are the types of things that are real life evidence of what happens when you bring your energy back in. When you're not single, like really like putting it out there, like trying to meet people so much. When you don't have that kind of needy energy, all of a sudden it starts to attract to you. And that's how we go from chasing to being chased. We bring our energy back in. We become more confident in who we are as people. And we're okay. If that person that we see up here doesn't see us as equal to them, that's okay. That is okay. Be confident enough to walk away from people that are not going to see your value. I want to ask you this again. What makes you you? Who are you? What makes you unique? You have to own that. Own your mistakes or your weaknesses or your imperfections. Own your insecurities and own your strengths. Own your power. Own your uniqueness, because that is fundamentally what is going to bring you to an authentic, meaningful relationship. When you are your true self and you're with someone else that's their true selves. Even if you are not the one chasing, if someone's chasing you, you have to remember, we want a power dynamic that's equal, that's balanced, that's give and take. So chances are, if you are a giver, find another giver. That is the solution that Jillian on Love, she's a great person, influencer, person to follow with this type of stuff. And I love her words on this. And this is exactly the type of thing that she says. If you're a giver, find another giver, because we need to be balanced out. Now, if you are still trying to get that confidence in yourself, I want you to check out this video up here. This is a video on how you can start building that foundation of confidence in yourself. All right. Now, if you're still like getting over a breakup, if you're still not over them, I want you to check out this video. This is a video on letting go, and this is the proper way to heal from a breakup so you are not bringing that baggage into the future. I will see you in those next videos, and stay creative.